Okay. Wheatstone bridge is what? Wheatstone bridge is an arrangement of four registers or four registers in which one unknown resistance can be determined. One unknown resistance can be determined. If you have arrangement of this P, Q, R, S like this, and there is a balance condition also. One word is there, balance condition. This is a galvanometer. This is a galvanometer. Okay. And if it is balanced, if it show null point, if it show no deflection, then we can calculate the value of unknown resistance by the formula P upon Q is equal to R upon S. P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Then now what is Wheatstone bridge? Wheatstone bridge is an arrangement of four resistances in the form of a bridge which is used for measuring unknown resistance in terms of other three known resistance. Okay, one unknown resistance you can determine, and other three should be known. Three known resistance. Okay, this is an arrangement only in which this ratio is equal to that ratio. P upon Q ratio is always equal to R upon S if condition is balanced. One word is there, note this thing, condition is balanced. Means or null point or no deflection by galvanometer in this. Galvanometer. Okay. Now, Wheatstone bridge is has an application that is called meter bridge. Okay. Now we are firstly we have to prove Wheatstone bridge formula. After that we will study about meter bridge. Now proof of this P upon Q is equal to R upon S. You have to prove now. In this you can use Kirchhoff's first law, second law, and you can prove P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Now take this. This is a battery which is connected to this arrangement. Now from this battery, suppose current I is drawn, and at point A, this current I will be divided into two parts. Here I1 goes from suppose P and I minus I1 goes from R. Okay, suppose this is I1 is there, then the left part is I minus I1. From here at point B, suppose in I1 a part of Ig pass through this galvanometer. Okay, now the rest current pass through the resistor Q, and that is I1 minus Ig. Okay, now here similarly this is I minus I1. If I minus I1 is at point D, then this Ig, if K is connected, then Ig current at here at D point, this I minus I1 and Ig combined, and I minus I1 plus Ig will go from resistor S. In this way, you can take the current, and here I1 minus Ig and this I minus I1 plus Ig again combined at this point, and again you can get here current I. Okay, Kirchhoff first rule is also there. You can apply here. these currents are entering and this current is away from that point, and the total of these will be equal to total of these. Here you also can apply Kirchhoff current loop or first law. Junction rule you can also take in this form. But now, what is our purpose? We want to prove P upon Q is equal to R upon S. This ratio, when the condition is balanced. Okay, when the condition is balanced, whenever the condition is balanced, look at this figure. When a current I is at point A, it divided into two parts. It divided into two parts. And after that, at B, Ig flow from this galvanometer. But the valence condition is what? Valence condition is that when no current flow through the galvanometer section, means Ig is equal to 0. This is the valence condition. Remember this thing. Valence condition is what? When the current flow from there to there directly and there to there directly, not in between or in this galvanometer section. Okay, then you can get the state needle of galvanometer, that is there is no current, it means condition is balanced. Okay, note this thing. Now we are proving P upon Q is equal to R upon S by applying Kirchhoff first law, second law, anything you can apply which you know. Applying Kirchhoff loop rule in a closed circuit ABDA. Now we are applying Kirchhoff second rule or Kirchhoff second rule, KVL. You also can say that KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, or okay, loop rule. And another thing is Kirchhoff second law, second rule. Okay. Now applying KVL in loop ABDA. Here ABDA, only this half section. Okay, you can take anti-clockwise or clockwise, anything. Suppose we are taking like this. We are taking loop like this, and this is clockwise direction. Now I1 in this order. So I1 and P is resistance. So I1 into P gives you voltage. We are starting from A and we will ending at point A. Now plus I1P plus I1P, now plus Ig into galvanometer resistance, you can take G, plus IgG. B to D, this is voltage, Ig into G. Now D to A, I minus I1 with negative sign because in opposite order, and R is here. Now minus I minus I1 into resistance is R, and is equal to how many batteries are there and how they are connected. There is no battery and nothing is there. So you have to take in this loop, no battery is there. You have to take total EMF. Algebraic sum of total EMF is 0, and algebraic sum of all product of all current and resistance is 0. Any doubt, any problem here? Okay. Now the next thing is next loop. Next loop is what? Again, applying KVL in loop. This loop, you can take clockwise and or anti-clockwise. As you wish, you can take. Now again clockwise. Now from B to B, we are starting from B and will ending at B. I1 minus Ig with positive sign because same order as loop is there, plus I1 minus Ig into resistance is Q. Now the next is in opposite order, you have to take with negative sign, minus I minus I1 plus Ig into S. Now D to B, again minus, because in reverse order, minus Ig into capital G, and there is no EMF, no batteries in this loop also. You have to take 0 on another side. Now, at balance condition, we have to prove P upon Q is equal to R upon S ratio. Now here, if condition is balanced, then no current will flow through this. Means Ig is equal to 0. At balance condition, no current flow through the galvanometer section, so Ig is equal to 0. Now put in both the equation 1 and in equation 2. Now the equation 1 became this term will be 0 because Ig is there, and the rest thing is I1P, I minus I1. Okay. Now here, this is Ig, this is Ig. Now let us solve this thing. Now from first, I1P minus I minus I1 into R is equal to 0. This is the thing. Now equation second. Now equation second. What is left? I1 into Q from 2. I1 into Q minus I minus I1 S. I minus I1 S because Ig is 0, and minus Ig into G. This thing is again 0, is equal to 0. So now we have to another equation, third and fourth. I1 minus this thing. Now arrange it. Arrange first one. I1P is equal to this term will go another side with positive manner because negative sign is there. Now this thing you can take. I1P is equal to, now name this equation 3. Again, this thing you can arrange in this way. I1Q is equal to I minus I1 into S. This is equation 4. Now from 3, third and fourth equation, I1P upon I1Q. Divide this equation by this equation. 3 by 4. You can write here, divide 3 by 4 is equal to I minus I1 into capital R upon I minus I1 into S. From I minus I1 to I minus I1 cancel. This I1 cancel, and the remaining part is now in front of you. This is P upon Q is equal to R upon S. In this way, you can prove Wheatstone bridge formula. In this, P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Anything in this you can take unknown resistance and rest of known, and can be calculated the value of unknown resistance using this arrangement. Now the next thing is meter bridge. Meter bridge is a device, and this Wheatstone bridge is the application of that. P upon Q is equal to R upon S. Using this thing, and a device is set up, and this device is called meter bridge, or another name is slide wire bridge. Now let us take this thing. Meter bridge, or another name is slide wire bridge. In this, a wooden piece you have to take, and on this wooden block or piece there is a scale of 100 centimeters. That's why this bridge or this device name is meter bridge. 1 meter length is there of this bridge, so the name is meter bridge. Now there is a strip like this. Okay. In this way, another strip is there. There are these screw, and at this point, a constant and manganese wire is there on this scale like this. This is point A and this is point C. You can assume here AC are the end point of this meter bridge. In above part here, we can connect, or we have to connect a resistance box, and here we have to connect a unknown resistance which value you want to calculate. This is denoted by R, suppose, and this is denoted by Q. Q is unknown resistance is here. Now at point D, a galvanometer with jockey you have to connect, jockey J. is jockey which is connected through a wire through galvanometer, and from this point in the middle of this R and Q, this is point D. A is there, C is there, R, sorry, unknown resistance is this, no? Unknown resistance you have to take R, S. PQ you can take from this length AC. AC is there. Okay. Now this jockey gives you the point B, where it gives you the value of Ig is equal to 0, or you can say balance condition. Now this is the arrangement like this. There are PQ and RS. You can see here R and S is here. Now this is point D, this is point D. And from there galvanometer is connected, and now the point is B, which you have to observe on this line A to C, this red color line. When you slide this jockey on this wire, then you can see the galvanometer has deflection 0 at any point. You can get this thing at any point. So 0 to 100 at 30, at 35, this jockey gives you the value of galvanometer 0. Then you have to stop here and note down how many lengths it acquired by the jockey. This length gives you the value of P. Suppose at this point, jockey gives you the deflection. Suppose at this point. Okay. Now this length represents the value of resistance, and the rest length gives you the value of, this is 100 minus L, and this will give you the value of, this is for P, and this will represent for Q. In this P, Q, R, S, 4 value you can put in this arrangement, because a resistance factor is that which is depends on length and area. Here, what is rho? Resistivity, or you can say specific resistance. And what specific resistance of this wire ABC, wire AC. Wire AC has constant material, constantan and manganese. You can say constantan or manganese, manganine. You can also pronunciate this thing, and so that value of resistivity is constant here, because in this diagram no change of the material of this wire. Now the another thing is area of cross section, how much it is thick, how much it is thin, that can be constant. You can take, it will also constant. Now the rest thing is only the length, because length is constant AC, but jockey decided how much length you have to take for balance condition. That's why length is varying, and this R is directly proportional to L here, and this L decide the value of P. Okay, P is resistance at here, not this R. This R is not this one. This is the general formula for calculating resistance. General formula is this one. Now P is directly proportional to R, as it is. Similarly, Q is also directly proportional to rest of the length. You can take here 100 minus L in this way. Okay, P depends on L, because as the L goes on increases, P is increases. As the 100 minus L goes on increases, Q is increases. Okay, and these values are varying due to this, because here we have to take non-resistance, this value which we have to, which is known, but which this one is which have to know. So this is unknown resistance S, this is known, and this thing you have to take by balance condition. Now P is equal to, you can take here KL, K is constant here, again K into 100 minus. What is K? K is here, nothing, this is resistance, this is length. So K is resistance per unit length. Resistance per unit length means what? Means the resistance of 1 centimeter. Resistance of 1 centimeter. If it is divided by, it is multiplied by L, then you can take the resistance of P. So K is resistance per unit length. Here K is also show same thing. K is per unit resistance per unit length. Now PQ. Take the fraction of this, ratio of this. K upon L is equal to K 100 minus L is equal to P upon Q. Now K to K cancel. K to K cancel. Now P upon Q is equal to L 100 minus L. Now we know that by Wheatstone bridge, because balance condition is there, we can take, instead of P upon Q, R by S, because both are equal. This ratio is equal to this. Now replace this thing by R by S, and we can get here R upon S is equal to 100 minus L. S you can calculate by taking cross multiplication of this R into 100 minus L upon L. So this is the final result. In this, S is unknown and R is known. And if you have the value of L, 100 minus L you can take, and value of S can be calculated easily. Okay, suppose this resistance value is 5 centimeter. Take a numerical of this. Suppose this R is 5 centimeter, this is unknown, and this jockey gives no deflection at 40 centimeter from A. So in this, we can take value of L is 40 centimeter and 100 minus L doesn't matter, you have to take or no, you are taking or no. Now R is 5 centimeters, then how can you calculate S? By taking this formula. R is 5, 100 minus L is 40 upon 40. Now 5, 8 is 40, and this is 60 upon 8, and you can get 8 7s are 56 point. Now the value of S you can take here 7.5. In this way you can calculate the unknown resistance value. Okay, so meter bridge is a device which is used to determine the or calculate the value of unknown resistance. Now the next thing is you can also compare the two different resistors. You can compare by this method, because if you can calculate the value of one, you can calculate the value of second one also. And you can take the ratio of that one. That's why the another thing is that it is also used to compare two unknown register. Okay, unknown resistance value you can detect from there, and you can also determine the ratio of this. Suppose you have S1 and S2, two unknown resistors. Now firstly take S1.